Welcome to the Simon Brodkin Show. It's episode 4, easily the funniest yet. Sketches, stand-up, jokes, an interview with a 7-year-old kid. What more do you want? So join the party and subscribe to my channel right now. Let's do this thing. Now this week you might have noticed exhausted looking middle-aged people looking a bit less like they wanted to kill themselves. That's because after months of being taught at home, kids have finally gone back to school. Woo! Yes! Woo! Oh yeah! Come on! Woo! Caramba! Now I don't care what people said in public, no one wants to actually spend the whole day with their kids. And no one wants to be a teacher either. I mean, not even teachers. Now I've heard a lot of parents saying how hard being a teacher is. That's because you're not a teacher. Right? Like being a doctor is hard when you're not a doctor. I mean, teachers have trained for years to be teachers and most of them are still rubbish at it. I gave it a bash and I kind of felt like I was taking knowledge out of their brains. My kids went back last week and both have been put down by 2 years. Anyway, I did get into a bit of a rhythm with them, so before I sent them back to school, I reached out to their teacher. Hi, is that Harry's teacher? Yes, I'm Harry's dad. I just wanted to give some feedback on how I handled his schooling during the lockdown, because I think we've made some real progress and I'm hoping you could maybe carry on some of what we did. Great. So we'd start every day around 11ish. Yeah, apart from when he was tired, when we wouldn't start till 2, if we did anything at all. And first up, he'd watch my iPad for 3 or 4 hours. I don't know. Porn? Yeah, I wasn't really checking. Could have been tennis. And then about 3, he'd get really, really, really hungry. So he'd just grab some cereal or I'd give him some chocolate. And then he'd normally go a bit sugar mental after that, just running around, swearing, kicking me. There's no point in teaching him while that's going on. And then it'd pretty much crash after that completely. Yeah, and that's the day done, really. Oh, and with homework, I found if I didn't do it, it just didn't get done. The last few months have been the best time ever to be a kid. No school, scorching hot summer. You can't die from COVID, and then the government unveiled their A-level and GCSE policy of don't sit your exams, just have whatever grade you fancy. And how do you repay us? Huh? Illegal raves and a second wave? You ungrateful Hello, is that Oxford Admissions? Yes, there appears to have been an error. My daughter hasn't been awarded her place. Yes, her grades weren't as high as we'd requested, but she did go to private school, so I'm not sure how relevant her grades are. I was worried you were going to suggest resitting. Yes, problem is, she's not very bright. Boris thinks this is fine, but this... I was class clown, all my teachers doubted me, but look where I am now, teachers. In my attic, talking to my phone. It's basically my own TV studio. Simon! Yeah, I'm coming down in a second, I've nearly finished filming! Yeah, the director's downstairs, making me dinner. The last 6 months have seen Brits scared to leave their houses for fear of dropping dead from coronavirus, until Rishi Sunak lured us out with a £10 Nando's voucher. And everyone's had to stick to the damn lockdown rules, unless you're Dominic Cummings. The man who looks like a geography teacher who's just been tracked down by paedophile hunters. The lineup was revealed for Strictly Come Dancing, the show that allows people we've forgotten about to be remembered again for a couple of weeks. Strictly Come Dancing is one of those really special shows that allows all members of the family to sit around the TV together and say, God, this is shite. The 2020 lineup is a Strictly classic, containing the geezer off What's It Called, the woman who did Thingamajig, a boxer, and Bill Bailey. I'd make a great contestant. I can assure everyone that the affair I had with my incredibly attractive and toned dance partner was purely platonic, and my wife and I are as strong as ever. Now it's time to get your PE kit on for a workout with the nation's second favourite PE instructor. It's Jack Bricks. 4, 3, 2, 1, 9. Yes! Morning. How are ya? Yeah, it's me, Brixie. It's my water bottle. What we're doing today is exactly what we've done every other day for I don't know how long now. Just the same thing. That's it. It's me, British Day, Jack Brixis. It's me, innit? I'm him. That's what we're doing. Get the kids out. This is for everyone. We're going to beat coronavirus by doing this every day and by buying my book. That's it. Up, down, up. That's it. Anyone can join in. We've got so many people watching. It's got how many people got watching it? 32. 32. How many is that? Little Brixie. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, I've got a stitch. That's all we've got time for. Over the weekend, Extinction Rebellion protested against climate change by blockading the printing press of various newspapers owned by Rupert Murdoch, and they managed to achieve the near impossible feat of making people side with Rupert Murdoch. Newsagents had no copies of the Daily Mail, which meant regular readers had to try and remember yesterday's stories on hating immigrants. Having previously stopped hundreds of people from getting to work by blockading central London, Extinction Rebellion have the impressive track record of making people more in favour of climate change. Climate change is all about the future, so I thought I'd ask my 7-year-old what he thought. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming. It's great to have someone who's smaller than me.
You're welcome.
Come on the show. Climate change, how much trouble are we in?
A lot. We're all doomed.
Okay.
That's it.
Is there anything we can do?
No. It's the time to find out.
Where are we going to be in 100 years' time?
Probably hell.
What would you advise people
Well,
to do about climate change?
well, there's nothing really to do. It's all over. Like, that's it. Just go with the flow.
Thank you for coming on the show. It's been uplifting and invigorating. Tidy your room.
Bye.
This week, the far right held an anti-immigration protest in Dover. People are having a pop at migrants for crossing the channel in rubber dinghies. Can we think about that for a second? They are crossing a bitingly cold 20 miles of the world's busiest shipping lane in a dinghy. I get scared when I cross the wave pool at Center Parcs, and that's without a P&O ferry up my arse. And this is the last stage of their journey. Imagine walking across a continent, then freezing your arse off across the channel, only to be greeted by Nigel Farage barking in your face that you're an ISIS kingpin. I'd have loved David Walliams to have got that reception when he walked ashore. And if they do manage to get past everyone's favourite racist Uncle Nigel, what is their reward for this Herculean effort to be called lazy? They've just crossed the English Channel in a dinghy. Exactly the sort of can-do attitude this nation needs right now. That should be our citizenship test. You get plonked in a war zone with £3, a pay-as-you-go mobile with 4% battery and a baby. See if you can make it back to Dover. I struggled to get the train back from Amsterdam. Let's have a one-in-one-out policy. Get rid of our biggest arseholes, bring in a few fresh faces. Sorry mate, you're a bit of a knob. We're exchanging you for this Syrian surgeon, and you are on the next dinghy to Damascus. That's it for this week. I better go and pick up my kids from school. I'm a little bit late actually. It is now Sunday. Please do subscribe, and thank you for all your support and love for the show. Exciting times. I'll see you next week.